What if I told you that Tesla, America's most valuable automaker, could be completely crippled by a single software update from China? While Elon Musk promotes Tesla as the future of American innovation, a deeper investigation reveals a web of dependencies and vulnerabilities that could make every Tesla on the road a strategic liability in any serious geopolitical conflict. This isn't speculation or conspiracy theory. This is a data-driven analysis of Tesla's operational architecture, based on recently disclosed security vulnerabilities, supply chain analyses, and military assessments that paint a concerning picture of America's electric vehicle champion. Let's start with what happened just months ago. In April 2025, cybersecurity researchers disclosed CVE 2025-0822, a critical vulnerability in Tesla Model 3 vehicles that allows attackers to execute arbitrary code remotely through the car's tire pressure monitoring system. This zero-click exploit requires no user interaction and can potentially give attackers control over critical vehicle functions, including braking, acceleration, and steering through the vehicle's controller area network. The attack can be triggered simply by being within wireless range of a Tesla vehicle using readily available development boards costing under $600. But this cybersecurity flaw represents just the tip of the iceberg. What makes Tesla uniquely vulnerable isn't just its extensive connectivity, but its fundamental dependence on systems and supply chains that could be weaponized against American interests. Consider Tesla's supply chain reality. According to recent analysis using choke point scoring methodologies, nearly 40% of Tesla's battery material suppliers are Chinese companies. This isn't just about raw materials. China controls over 85% of global lithium refining capacity and 70% of lithium-ion battery production. Key Tesla suppliers include Ganfeng Lithium with a choke point score of 6.8, Novaray at 7.1, and Zhejiang Huayu Cobalt at 5.7. These scores indicate dependency levels that would be nearly impossible to substitute quickly in crisis scenarios. Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory exemplifies this strategic vulnerability. This single facility produces more than half of Tesla's global vehicle output, manufacturing over 1 million cars annually. It's not just a manufacturing hub for the Chinese market, but serves as Tesla's primary export center, shipping vehicles worldwide.
The facility also houses Tesla's newest Megapack battery production line, capable of producing 10,000 utility-scale batteries annually. If China decided to restrict or halt operations at this facility, Tesla's global production capacity would be crippled overnight. The implications extend far beyond manufacturing. Tesla's operational model requires constant internet connectivity for basic functions, including over-the-air updates, navigation services, and mobile app integration. The company's supercharger network, while strategically valuable, represents a massive vulnerability in conflict scenarios. These stations require reliable power grid connections and internet connectivity to function. Research has demonstrated how coordinated attacks on electric vehicle charging infrastructure can trigger cascading power grid failures affecting entire regions. Military analysts have identified fundamental limitations of electric vehicles in conflict scenarios that apply directly to Tesla. The logistics requirements for maintaining electric vehicle fleets in combat zones are exponentially more complex than conventional vehicles. A military-grade electric vehicle would require a 17-megawatt charging station for rapid charging, infrastructure that would be highly visible and vulnerable to enemy targeting. Unlike conventional vehicles that can refuel from portable sources, electric vehicles create tactical vulnerabilities through their charging requirements and electromagnetic signatures. Tesla's vehicles are particularly susceptible to electromagnetic pulse attacks due to their extensive electronic systems. While older vehicles with mechanical systems might survive EMP events, Tesla's vehicles rely on complex computer networks for all critical functions. Studies suggest that modern electronic-dependent vehicles like Tesla would likely be completely disabled by electromagnetic pulse events, whether from solar storms, high-altitude nuclear explosions, or targeted EMP weapons. The geopolitical dimensions are equally concerning. Tesla's relationship with China creates potential leverage points for coercion. Elon Musk's business interests in China, including the Shanghai Gigafactory and his other ventures, could be used to influence his political positions and policy recommendations. Recent reports indicate that Chinese officials view Musk as a crucial ally in trade negotiations and a potential back-channel into American policymaking. This creates a scenario where America's most visible tech entrepreneur could be compromised through business dependencies.
Tesla's direct sales model, while bypassing traditional dealerships, creates additional vulnerabilities by concentrating all customer interaction through company-controlled channels. Disruption of Tesla's central systems would affect not just manufacturing, but sales, service, and customer support globally. The company's just-in-time manufacturing model means minimal inventory buffers, making any supply chain disruption immediately impactful. The autonomous driving technology that Tesla promotes as revolutionary introduces another layer of security concerns. The full self-driving system relies heavily on precise GPS positioning, which can be jammed or spoofed by adversaries. Military-grade GPS jammers could render Tesla's advanced driver assistance systems inoperative, effectively downgrading vehicles to manual-only operation. Recent investigations by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration have identified multiple safety failures in Tesla's autonomous systems, including fatal accidents where the software failed to detect pedestrians in reduced visibility conditions. Tesla's charging infrastructure presents unique attack vectors that traditional vehicles don't face. Security researchers have demonstrated how Tesla's wall-connector Gen 3 chargers can be compromised in under 18 minutes through the charging port itself. Attackers can exploit single-wire CAN communications to downgrade firmware and gain remote code execution. This vulnerability extends to the broader electric vehicle charging ecosystem, where compromised stations can serve as entry points for attacks on connected vehicles and power grids. The manufacturing concentration risks are particularly acute. Tesla operates only a handful of gigafactories globally, making them high-value targets for adversaries. The specialized nature of these facilities means that damage to critical equipment could take years to repair. The workforce requirements present another vulnerability, as Tesla's manufacturing processes require highly skilled technicians familiar with company-specific technologies. This specialized knowledge cannot be easily transferred or replaced, making production resumption after disruption extremely challenging. Recent developments have highlighted the extent of Tesla's China entanglement. In 2024, Tesla broke ground on a new $200 million Megapack factory in Shanghai, even as trade tensions between the United States and China were escalating. The timing underscores Tesla's commitment to the Chinese market despite geopolitical risks.
Chinese officials have granted Tesla unique privileges, including automotive data security certification that allows Tesla vehicles to enter sensitive areas across China, a privilege no other foreign electric vehicle manufacturer has received. The regulatory environment presents another attack vector. Tesla operates in a heavily regulated industry where government approvals are required for operations, imports, and software updates. Hostile governments could effectively shut down Tesla operations through regulatory mechanisms without resorting to physical attacks. This has already begun happening in some markets where Elon Musk's political activities have created diplomatic friction. Tesla's integrated design philosophy, while optimizing for performance and efficiency, creates inherent vulnerabilities in conflict scenarios. The software-hardware integration that makes Tesla vehicles sophisticated also makes them fragile. Unlike conventional vehicles, where mechanical systems can be repaired with basic tools, Tesla vehicles require specialized diagnostic equipment and software access for even minor repairs. This dependency on proprietary service infrastructure would be impossible to maintain in contested environments. The company's battery technology, while advanced, represents a critical weakness. Tesla's battery systems are sensitive to impact and extreme conditions. Military experts note that while armored vehicles can withstand significant damage and continue operating, electric vehicles face catastrophic failure if their battery systems are compromised.
The lithium-ion batteries used in Tesla vehicles can become fire hazards when damaged, creating additional safety risks in combat scenarios. All of this culminates in a scenario where Tesla, despite its technological sophistication and market leadership, embodies the fragilities of modern technological civilization. The company's success has been built on assumptions of global stability, unrestricted trade, and cooperative international relationships. These assumptions may not hold in an increasingly multipolar and contested world. The question isn't whether Tesla was deliberately designed to fail in conflict scenarios, but whether its optimization for a connected, peaceful global economy has created systemic vulnerabilities that adversaries could exploit. The convergence of cybersecurity weaknesses, supply chain dependencies, infrastructure requirements, and geopolitical entanglements creates multiple failure modes that could be triggered by sophisticated state actors.
Tesla's potential failure in conflict scenarios serves as a broader warning about the vulnerabilities inherent in our increasingly connected and specialized technological systems. The company represents not just an automaker, but a microcosm of how modern industrial societies' dependencies on global supply chains, digital infrastructure, and international cooperation create both unprecedented capabilities and unprecedented risks. As we move toward an electric future, understanding these vulnerabilities isn't just about Tesla, but about the fundamental assumptions underlying our technological civilization. The same innovations that make electric vehicles more efficient, connected, and capable also make them more vulnerable to systematic disruption. So, what does this mean for American consumers, policymakers, and strategic planners? Are we building a transportation infrastructure that could be turned against us in times of crisis? Are we trading energy independence for technological dependence? These are the questions that demand serious consideration as we navigate the transition to electric mobility in an increasingly uncertain geopolitical landscape. The evidence suggests that while Tesla continues to lead in automotive innovation, its fundamental architecture embodies the vulnerabilities of globalized, high-tech manufacturing. Whether these vulnerabilities represent an acceptable risk or a strategic liability depends on how we assess the stability of the international system that enables Tesla's current operations. What's clear is that the assumption of perpetual peace and cooperation that underlies Tesla's business model may be more fragile than we'd like to believe.